The finale centers on truth, justice, and the long fight against a broken system, and by the end, it delivers something rare. Not just a solved case, but a symbolic victory that echoes far beyond the courtroom. At the heart of the finale is the mystery of Amira's disappearance, and the answer is as tragic as it's revealing. Amira was never a runaway. She was abused, exploited, and controlled, and ultimately murdered by Captain Fontana. The discovery of her body at the villa confirms everything Roberto claimed, despite his instability. This is crucial because it shows how easily truth can be dismissed when it comes from the wrong person. Roberto was seen as unreliable. Amira was a foreign girl with no power. Fontana was a respected man. The system didn't fail by accident, it failed by design. Lieutenant Piovano's confession exposes something even deeper than the murder, the cover-up. He knew Fontana was guilty, he chose to protect him, he buried the truth. His actions represent a recurring theme in the show. The system protects itself first. Even when faced with murder, those in power prioritize reputation, loyalty, and stability over justice. Enrico's closing argument is one of the most important moments in the finale. Throughout the episode, he's pressured to follow orders, protect the system, secure an easy conviction. But instead, he does the opposite. He tells the truth, and he reframes the case. Not just did Grazia kill her husband, but what kind of world forced her into that situation. By arguing self-defense, Enrico shifts the narrative, from crime to survival, from guilt to systemic failure. When Grazia is declared not guilty, it's more than a legal win. It represents recognition of abuse, validation of women's experiences, a challenge to traditional justice. And her decision not to escape prison earlier is key. She chooses to trust the system even when it failed her. That act gives the verdict even more weight. Justice wasn't taken, it was earned. The emotional core of the finale lies in Lidia and Jacopo's relationship. They clearly love each other, but Jacopo is tied to Consuelo and a child. Lidia refuses to be someone's second choice. Their lives are moving in different directions. Jacopo offers a messy, imperfect future. Lidia doesn't accept it, and that's the point. And like many stories, this one doesn't romanticize sacrifice. Lidia chooses herself. Their love remains real, deep, and resolved, but not enough to override reality. Parallel to the main case, two important arcs reinforce the finale's message. Teresa rejects the idea that her worth is tied to motherhood, chooses independence and a career. Consuelo refuses to marry Jacopo when she realizes she's not his first choice and chooses self-respect over security. Together, they reflect the same theme as Grazia, women reclaiming control over their lives. The final reveal that Lidia Poet is finally admitted to the bar in 1920 contextualizes the entire story. For decades, she was denied the right to practice, silenced by the system, forced to fight from the margins, and now she's officially recognized. This isn't just a personal victory, it's historical. It confirms that everything we've seen wasn't just fiction. It was part of a real struggle that changed the law. The finale makes one powerful statement. Justice doesn't happen instantly. Amira never gets true justice. The system tries to bury the truth. Innocent people are almost condemned. But over time, the truth is exposed. The narrative shifts. Change begins. Lydia's journey mirrors this perfectly. She loses for years, only to win in the end. By the end, the story isn't just about solving a case. It's about challenging systems of power, giving voice to the voiceless, redefining what justice looks like, and most importantly, proving that change is possible even if it takes decades. The finale leaves you with a quiet but powerful message. The law doesn't create justice, people do. Lidia fights for truth, Enrico chooses integrity, Grazia trusts the system, women refuse to stay silent, and in the end, the system finally begins to change. Not because it wanted to, but because people like Lidia Poet forced it to.